Good morning. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and members of the 146th Corps of Cadets at Georgia Military College, we would like to welcome you to the Mother's Day Parade. I'm Cadet Jim McCann, a United States Air Force Academy Scholar and a member of the GMC Junior College Class of 2025.
And I am Cadet Cole Wallencheck, a United States Military Academy Scholar and a member of the GMC Junior College Class of 2025. And we will be your narrators for this afternoon's parade.
In America, we celebrate Mother's Day on the second Sunday in May. The observance of Mother's Day became an official event in 1914 when President Woodrow Wilson made an announcement proclaiming Mother's Day as a national holiday. This year, the second Sunday in May will fall on the 11th.
To all of you who do the loving, caring, and nurturing of moms, we extend a loving welcome. Our parade this morning is conducted in your honor. All mothers and mother figures we with immense pride and with our deepest thanks and gratitude to all of you. Happy Mother's Day.
To join us in the celebration, Georgia Military College extends a special welcome to the guests and dignitaries that joined Lieutenant General William B. Caldwell IV on the reviewing stand would like to recognize a few of the distinguished members.
Reverend Dr. Stephanie Codwell, our honored guest.
Mr. George Hogan, Chairman, Georgia Military College Board of Trustees.
Ms. Barbara Ryan, Chairwoman, Georgia Military College Foundation.
Mayor Mary Hart Copeland, Mayor of the City of Middletown. Honorable Floyd Griffin, Georgia Representative, District 149.
Colonel Tom Torrance, 2023 GMC Hall of Heroes inductee.
Already formed on Grand Parade are members of the Georgia Military College Band. The band commander is Cadet Captain Lynn Beecham, Company First Sergeant Cadet First Sergeant Anna Annis.
Our nation's colors, the 146 Corps Cadets, are now marching in the Grand Parade. The regiment, comprised of full battalions, will form the field to begin this morning's parade. The Cadet Regimental Adjutant, Cadet Major Barry Gunn, GMC Drugstore Class of 2023, and
now United States Army Georgia National Guard Scholarship Cadet and a member of the GMC Junior College Class of 2025, directing the band sound Adjutant's Call, and is conducting the Adjutant's March to center himself in the regiment to begin today's service.
The commander of troops is now moving to the front of the field of the staff to receive the formation from the adjutant. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Cadet Colonel Christopher Baker.
Sir, the regiment is formed.
Sound off is a ceremonial tradition that dates back to the Crusades when military bands marched and countermarched before units designated to take part in the upcoming battle.
Sound off. Regiment. Attention. Present. On.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the Georgia Military College Band plays ruffles and flourishes. Traditionally, ruffles and flourishes are played for civilian dignitaries and general officers. This morning, Lieutenant General Caldwell defers and honors to our special guest, Reverend Dr. Stetson Caldwell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Order. March. Parade. Rest.
Again, welcome to Georgia Military College and our 2025 Mother's Day Parade. Your host for today's ceremony is the 21st President of Georgia Military College, Lieutenant General Willard B. Caldwell IV.
Regiment. Battalion. Attention! Persons to be honored and color center. March!
The Commander of Troops has ordered the colors to come forward for presentation. The term colors originated around the 17th century, the day the Army first adopted the regimental system. It was then decided that each regiment should be assigned a color. These colors not only made each regiment easy to identify, but also served as a rallying point on the battlefield. They be referred to our nation's flag, the state flag, and the command flag as colors.
Sir, the colors are present.
Yes, ma'am.
Reason! Reason! Arms! Detachment! Reason! Arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to the playing of the national anthem. For our guests in uniforms that are veterans as desired, please render the hand salute. For our guests in civilian clothes, please place your right hand over your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Detachment! Order! Arms! Order! Order! Arms! Forward! Rest!
Lieutenant General Caldwell and our special guest, Reverend Stephanie Caldwell, will now present the Distinguished Order of the Servant Leader Award. This award recognizes character excellence for those members of the GMC family who have volunteered at least 100 hours of community service in 1 year. The award consists of a medal and a certificate signed by the President. Please hold your applause until all the award and letters have been presented. This morning we congratulate GMC Prep Cadet Carmen Lee Adams.
The fourth award for the Servant Leader Medal recognizes volunteers who have donated at least 400 hours of community service. This morning we congratulate
GMC Prep Cadet Caden Lloyd.
The sixth award for the Servant Leader Medal recognizes volunteers who have donated at least 600 hours of community service. This morning we congratulate
GMC Prep Cadet Joshua Craddock. GMC Prep Cadet Marlene Milton.
Please join us in a round of applause to all these cadets and their outstanding achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgia Military College Chief of Staff, Mrs. Jill Robbins, to introduce our guest speaker.
Good morning. have the honor to introduce our guest speaker today, but before we start, I just wanted to acknowledge a couple people that created magic and enabled us to have this parade today. Our Employee of the Year is our lead manager for grounds, and that is Ken Franks. And Ken Franks, I actually don't think that he sleeps anyway, but when there's a storm the night before we have a parade, I don't think he sleeps at all. We had text messages flying super early this morning, and there was a crew out here just hours after the storm. And our fearless leader of auxiliary and facilities operations is the hardest working mama in show business, and that's Millie Park. She orchestrates this group, and if you guys are looking out here thinking how beautiful it looks, it's because this team was up at early hours. So if you don't mind joining me in appreciating this team. But it's my absolute honor to introduce today's guest speaker, a woman of grace, strength, and unshakable faith. Reverend Dr. Stephanie Caldwell is a God-fearing leader whose life reflects deep purpose and unwavering commitment to others. She's an accomplished, selfless servant, a woman of wisdom, and a powerful voice in our community. But perhaps what defines her most is her heart, the heart of a mother. Not only to her own children, but to many who have found in her the nurturing, fierce, protective love of a mama bear. She leads with compassion, speaks with conviction, and walks boldly in her calling. Today, she joins us with a message that promises to inspire, uplift, and challenge us. I know that was a tough, I'm committing you. And actually, the script was great because the Caldwells are a power couple, and I actually think that General Caldwell always defers honors to the Reverend. But please join me to the podium for the first time in welcoming Reverend Dr. Stephanie Caldwell.
Well, today is the last parade with Bill being president of GMC. And as he and I prepare to close this chapter, I couldn't help but think back to the very beginning and all that has happened over the last 12 years. And there is one memory that I want to share with you that stands out to me that I believe perfectly illustrates why Bill and I have grown to adore this school, its students, and the people who work here. It was Will and Anna's very first day of school here in 2013. They were in 7th and 9th grades. Hudson was too young to attend here because there was no 5th grade back then. And this day, I was picking them up at the end of their first day at school. Before pulling into the prep school circle, I was stopped by a policeman to make way for a funeral procession that was coming through Green Street. There were students of all ages accumulating at the crosswalk. They were horsing around, playing, laughing, having a really great time. But as soon as an upperclassman noticed the hearse begin to make its way around the corner, the student stopped what he was doing. He stood at attention and he saluted the passing hearse. At which point I was amazed as a new mom to notice that all of the middle school and high school students that were horsing around and having fun stopped what they were doing, followed that cadet's lead. They stood at attention and they saluted. There were no parents, no teachers, no adults anywhere around to tell them to do it. They just did it. And as I witnessed the reactions on the faces of the people passing by in that funeral procession, it brought tears to my eyes. These grieving people were absolutely blown away by your display of respect. And I think what they saw, the reason they were blown away is because they saw in you the hope for the next generation. That day in 2013, I knew that Bill had made the right decision and we had made the right decision to come to Milledgeville. The identity of the institution of GMC is shaped by its motto, character above all. Character to me is defined as what you are on the inside that instinctively rises out of you when the unexpected happens. Like what comes out of your mouth when you stub your toe, or when someone mistreats you, or when what you do when a funeral procession disturbs your route. This story to me perfectly illustrates GMC's core identity. It illustrates who you are and why you are a cut above. I am so grateful that all three of my children attended here. And this is why we will always, Bill and I will always be supporters of those who work here and those who go to school here. On Mother's Day, we usually reflect on the impact of mothers. One of the greatest gifts mothers give their children, in my opinion, is a sense of identity, a sense of belovedness. As a mom, I have a fierce love for my children, and I want them to know that they are loved for who they are, not what they do or what they accomplish. I will love them no matter what. And sometimes we can get all spun up, especially at the end of a school year, when graduation awards are doled out and new rank is given. It can be easy to get down on ourselves and to wish that we were like someone else, to wish that we had their rank, their role in the musical, their academic brain, or their athletic ability. And when this happens, you might forget how wonderfully unique that you are, that there is no one else like you, that you have special gifts and talents that are unique to you, that you have a task to do on this earth that is only yours to do. And the beauty of life, in my opinion, is discovering your gifts and your purpose on this earth. So let me mother you one last time and remind you of your great value and belovedness. Also, as a mom, I do not enjoy watching cadets fall out on the field. So I am done. Now we're going to do my favorite part of each parade, the pass and review. It's the best. I love it because it's a chance for me to see all your faces up close. And oftentimes, as a preacher, I can't help it, but I use this time to pray over the school, to pray over the teachers, and to sort of pray over you as I see your faces march by. So on this, my final parade as the president's wife, I'm going to pray out loud, but I often pray as you pass and review. And I want to just give you a mother's blessing. May the Lord bless each and every single one of you standing out there. May you flourish in your life. May your studies strengthen your mind. May your time here develop a strong character so that when you leave here, you become a blessing to others wherever you go. May the Lord bless the teachers and administrators here because they are the best anywhere. May the Lord protect this campus and keep GMC safe from outside harm and from internal disunity. May the Lord bless the next president, Major General McHenrick and his wife Liz. Bless their leadership over you so that you and this school will continue to thrive for generations. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious unto you and give you his peace. Thank you.
In recognition of the leadership, devotion, and exemplary service in Georgia Military College and the military community, and on behalf of the 146th Corps Cadets, Reverend Caldwell is being presented with a GMC saber by the regiment's commander, Cadet Colonel Christopher Baker. The chairman of the Georgia Military College Board of Trustees, Mr. George Hogan, and the 21st president of Georgia Military College, Lieutenant General William B. Caldwell IV. Reverend Caldwell embodies the ideals of motherhood, servant leadership, selfless service, and unwavering character that we want Georgia Military College students to emulate. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as GMC Prep Cadet Brett Robbins recites the cadet prayer.
Please bow your head and join me in prayer. Almighty God, General of all life's forces, Commander of nature, we praise thy holy name. Visit thy presence upon us and all former GMC cadets. Reinforce us in our quest for knowledge, integrity, and leadership. Instill in us humanitarianism and bless our enemy, whoever he might be. Extinguish from our daily lives greed and envy and make us champions of right and ladies and gentlemen of honor. May we glorify thy name in victory and be courageous in defeat. Help us ever to think first of our comrades and secondly of ourselves and always of thee. Guide our footsteps and cleanse our minds. May we be the first in the service of our country and first in thy service. Lead us, O Lord, that we might lead. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Regiment. Attention. Colors. Post. March.
Master review.
Pass in review. Pass in review.
The regimental commander of the 146th 4th Cadet and commander of troops for today's parade, Cadet Colonel Christopher Baker.
Members of the regimental staff are Cadet Major Barrett Young, Regimental S1 Adjutant, Cadet Captain Jeanette Goongoon, Regimental S2, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jessica Zukowski, Regimental S3, Cadet Major Matthew Lavanda, Regimental S4, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Osazua, Regimental Command Sergeant Major.
The GMC Preparatory Band
Aye.
is commanded by Cadet Captain David Tremont. The 21st Sergeant Cadet for Sergeant Cadet.
Ready. Front.
Lieutenant is Charlie Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Leah Ryan. Company First Sergeant Cadet William McGruff. Delta Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Shia Walker. Company First Sergeant Josh Walker. Rodriguez. Company First Sergeant Cadet L. Stolarski.
Eyes right! Eyes right!
The 3rd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Henry Lee. Battalion Command Sergeant Major Cadet Harley Burgess. That battalion is commanded by Command Sergeant 21st Sergeant Henry Allen. Foxtrot Company, Lieutenant Captain Travis Martin, Travis Martin, 21st Sergeant Jackson Sherry. Headquarters is commanded by Cadet Captain Major Braddock. 21st Sergeant Cadet Ellie Morales. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army songs.
Sir, this concludes today's ceremony. Character above all.
Congratulations on it. You're well done.
Thank you, sir.
This concludes Georgia Military College Parade honoring all mothers and mother figures. Please travel safely and may God continue to bless Georgia Military College and the United States of America. Have a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. Character above all.